There was a time in my life where I was pudgy. I was a fat little boy. I loved to eat. I could have eaten for England. I could have been a competitive eater if I kept going down that path. Genuinely, I could eat 2,000 calories for breakfast, 1,000 for lunch, and 2,000 more for dinner. At, 58 kilo when I was like 10 or 11 during the whole lockdown period. I wasn't even fat. That's the crazy thing. I wasn't even fat. I was young, and for some reason, all of the energy just was used every single day. I don't know how else to put it. The calories I ate basically disappeared. I had a black hole in my stomach. It wasn't worms. Don't think it was worms. It wasn't, I promise you. It wasn't worms. Why do I have to think of that? Anyway, it wasn't worms. It's just a black hole. Literally, I could eat, like I said, I eat for England. I could eat a pizza, a full English breakfast. I'm talking black pudding, hash browns, everything on a full English breakfast. I could probably eat pancakes as well. I could eat McDonald's and I still wouldn't feel sick. And McDonald's alone makes me feel sick these days. I've changed a lot, man. But I used to be able to eat so much food. I could eat McDonald's for breakfast, Greg's for lunch, fucking Greg's, and a Subway for lunch as well, and then have KFC or a Chinese for dinner. And I would not be affected in the slightest. Really weird. I could go out and eat steak and pork and everything for lunch and I'd still be hungry. I could genuinely, like I said, eat forever. I could be a competitive eater. But obviously that didn't continue. Otherwise I wouldn't be making this video right now. And you'd probably see me a bit pudgier now I'm a bit older. The diet I'm suggesting you today isn't as such a diet. It's more of a recommendation. And it's more of what you should base your calories around. Instead of a diet. I'm not going to tell you to diet, young man. I'm not going to tell you to diet. There's no way you should diet. There's no way you need to diet unless you've got a huge belly, unless you're like morbidly obese, then you need to diet. I'm going to give you my personal advice as to how you can improve your physique in just 7 days, and I'm not taking the piss. It happened to me. This will change your life in the way you look. It will change your wealth. It will change your life in the physical realm. And this change, this hack if you so, is to carb cut. You want to eat as little carbs as you humanely can. I can't speak today, apologies. You want to eat as many carbs. You want to eat as little carbs as you humanly can while still hitting your daily calories. And of course this is going to be a challenge for some people more than it is for others. For some people, you have enough money to buy 6 steaks a day and eat all of them. You have enough money to buy a whole rotisserie, heat it up and eat that for the day. You have enough money to splash £200 a day, make hundreds of recipes, meal plan and meal prep and what's not. But of course for everybody this isn't achievable. This is just a dream. You want to eat steak every day and eggs every day. This is a dream for most people. So what I'd like to do is suggest you not no carbs, but low carbs. Because if you cannot afford to do no carbs, it's genuinely alright. It's absolutely okay. You can still have carbs, you just want to take carbs in a lesser amount. Because the less you have, the more shredded you will appear. You still want to hit your calories though, because if you don't hit your calories, you're going to tank, you're going to drop weight, and you're going to look shit. Honestly. Which is why I say low carbs, not no carbs. If you hit no carbs, but you only hit 1,800 calories a day, you are going to drop in weight, you're going to drop in size, you're going to tank. So you still want to eat a lot. You still want to eat a lot. You just want to minimize how many carbs you're intaking. You can drink milk, you can eat chicken, eat bacon, eat sausages, eat whatever meat. Of course, unless you're Muslim, then don't eat pork. But you can eat whatever meat products even. You can eat cheese and yogurt and what's not. Honey, I guess you could, but honey's weird. I like honey, but it's very, very sweet, so you don't want to eat too much of it. And my tip for you is if you can't hit your daily calories is very simply just add some fruits, add some vegetables, and worst case scenario, add some carbs. Because carbs won't kill you. They're not the most healthy thing on the planet for you. I said you shouldn't eat white rice and white pasta and white bread. You should be eating wholemeal. If you care about your health, you'll eat wholemeal every time. You still shouldn't be eating a lot of it, but it won't kill you. You just want to minimise how many carbs you're eating. You want to really minimise how much pasta you're eating. 30 grams of pasta, for goodness sake. I don't know if that's a lot or not, but you can measure out and be like, that's a lot, I won't be able to eat all of that, or I shouldn't eat all of that, or maybe that's too much rice, there's a whole mountain of rice, there's a whole kilo of rice, I can't eat that. It's just, you want to be moderate when you're doing this. You want to be eating carbs in a lower moderation, a lower frame. But like I said, if you can't afford to do so, do not cut out carbs completely. If you can afford to do so, I'd 100% suggest it. I'd suggest just eating like veg, eggs, nuts, fish and meat. Not even veg, you don't even need to eat. Literally, stuff from cows, stuff from sheep, stuff from every animal on the planet. And maybe like mushrooms. That's it. If you thought it was going to be some super magic pill that I'm going to suggest to you lot, of course it's not. No sponsorships here. None of that bullshit. I'm not selling my soul. It's dumb. Anyway, my number one advice for you is stop eating as many carbs. Try and cut down on your carbs whilst keeping your calories high. If you can't do so, then it's fine. It's genuinely not a problem. Just do what you can. Try and get as little carbs in as you can, and I promise you within 7 days you will look so much better. I promise you, you will look so much better. And if you don't believe me, experiment it, try it out if you can. If you can't, it's fine. But if you can, experiment and try it out, because I promise you, you will not regret it.
It's coming home. It's coming home.